Before the invasions, before the reign of Colas, before the Empire, even before the Great Fires. In the beginning, the world was at war. Not just any kind, but it was called, as they say, trench warfare. Static warfare that would engulf entire land masses to one spot for several years. The year is 1916, and the war has committed itself to a mass genocide in which they call war. Men are killed in the trenches and the dugouts by the mortars and artillery, by the firing, by the poisonous gas. The airships laying down hell upon cities, fortified positions, and transports, to the tanks rolling over their own dead to fight the other enemy. It was a terrible time in the history of man. But salvation was arriving. The Lord said He would purge the world of the unfaithful and lay waste to the planet. He did, but not in a way anyone can imagine. A fire from the sun engulfed the entire planet, to where you only survived if you were underground at the time. After the fire hit, entire cities were destroyed, entire peoples, most of the surface water, if not all, was gone. God said and did what He meant. He purged the world by fire. Airships, once thought unreliable, became some of the only way to transport. But it wasn't enough. Entire cities were laid to waste. Former cities with water, food, fuel became desert, in which the only people that survived were the ones willing to kill everything and anything for it. But before He abandoned us to the fires of hell, the Lord left us one gift. But correction, He left two. Underneath the surface of earth was His final blessing upon man. Underground water became the life source, in which mountains, crevices, ravines, anything that had water became civilized areas. But it wasn't enough. Death followed man. War tribes, anarchist factions, and other demonic-held peoples became the new plague. But the Lord promises one thing. He promised to end wars. But how? Did He say? Well, He left us one people that refused to die. So came Herman, the only country with the capability to launch any kind of assault on any planet. Any kind of assault on any country required airstrips. But what is left? Nothing enough to make them want to follow anyone. Not enough to follow anyone to anywhere. And so began Hermann. This is chapter 1 of the Hermannic series, New Age. This is inspired initially by creativity of Corlas Hermann, in which everything else will be decided by how things go. The next one will be more or less in a week, and you'll see it from there. Until then, stay tuned.